पूजा।
हाँ जी सर।
टाइम हो गया लगभग 11 बजे, है ना? मैडम भी आ चुकी हैं और आई थिंक काशी विद्यापीठ के प्रतिनिधि जुड़ चुके होंगे, सर भी जुड़।
मैं एक बार कंफर्म कर लेता हूँ।
हाँ
मुकेश जी आप जुड़े हुए हैं मुझसे?
के वीसी साहब भी जुड़ेंगे, कुछ देर बाद जुड़ेंगे संजय जी?
नहीं मुझे
सो स्टार्ट करें?
जाते हैं।
हाँ जी सर।
1-2 मिनट रुक जाते हैं, सर भी आने वाले हैं ना, जोशी जी जुड़ने वाले हैं।
वीसी साहब तो 11:20 तक ही जुड़ेंगे, तो या 11:15 तक, तो हम एक बार शुरू करते हैं।
तब तक हम अपनी जो बाकी चीजें हैं शुरू कर लेते हैं संजय जी।
हाँ
है ना?
जैसा, लेकिन वो मैं एक बार और कंफर्म कर लेता हूँ, मैं त्यागी जी भी जुड़ने वाले हैं।
हाँ हाँ ठीक।
जी
हाँ, त्यागी जी का बता दें। हाँ।
तब तक परिचय सत्र को कर लेते हैं 2-3 मिनट, अगर पार्टिसिपेंट अपनी बात कहना चाहते हैं।
हाँ, उदाल कुमार सिंह जी आपका परिचय हो गया था।
जी सर, मैं डॉक्टर रुदल कुमार सिंह, हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट पॉलिटिकल साइंस, किसान पीजी कॉलेज रक्षा, दरअसल बलिया से सर।
अच्छा, बलिया से आप?
जी जी सर।
अश्विनी सिंह जी, अश्विनी सिंह जी अब बताइए सर, वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिए
सर। आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
आपकी आवाज आ रही है अश्विनी सिंह जी।
सर मैं डॉक्टर अश्विनी कुमार सिंह,
म्यूट करिए।
असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ सोशल वर्क, महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ वाराणसी।
अच्छा।
और मुझे आज के आपके द्वारा जो एक कार्यक्रम कराया जा रहा है, इसको मैं बहुत मतलब मेहनत से मतलब समझना चाहता हूँ। बहुत इसके लिए बहुत मैं आप सभी का बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ।
संतोष जी नमस्कार। सर आप म्यूट।
हाँ, डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार सिंह बोल रहा हूँ, किसान पीजी कॉलेज रक्षा रक्षण बलिया, भूगोल डिपार्टमेंट।
फोन कर रहा था। हाँ
चलिए धन्यवाद सर। संतोष सर रजिस्ट्रार हैं,
मिल करके बड़ी खुशी हुई।
डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर, काशी सागर विश्वविद्यालय के डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर,
काशी विद्यापीठ दिल्ली।
सभी को नमस्कार।
यहाँ का कौन था? वही जो अपने वो हैं।
जी मेरे ख्याल से ये अश्विनी सिंह जी का म्यूट करवाना पड़ेगा।
अश्विनी सर म्यूट कर लीजिए भाई।
सर जरूर से, बिल्कुल।
बस इस प्लेटफॉर्म की एक यही तकनीक समस्या है। श्रीता मुखर्जी हमारे बीच में। श्रीता अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करें।
Hello, this is Dr. Sita Mukherjee. I teach Bengali in Dayal Singh College, and I am working in Delhi University for last 11 years. And I am very happy that I have joined with you. I am expecting that I will learn something more, because otherwise we are in the process, but here I will get something new to know. So thanks and all the best to everyone. Thanks.
राजीव सिंह जी। राजीव सिंह जी का
डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार जी, डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार सिंह,
11 बजे से इनॉग्रेशन है ना,
किसान पीजी कॉलेज रक्षा रक्षण बलिया।
ठीक,
धन्यवाद सर। धन्यवाद सर। डॉक्टर अभयनाथ सिंह जी।
अभयनाथ सिंह का
हेलो। हाँ जी सर। हेलो
सर अपना परिचय थोड़ा बता दीजिए अभिनाथ सिंह जी।
मैं डॉक्टर अभयनाथ सिंह, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हिंदी, किसान पीजी कॉलेज रक्षा रक्षण बलिया। और आयोजक मंडल को हमारे तरफ से हिंदी दिवस को ढेर सारी बधाइयां और शुभकामनाएं।
बहुत बढ़िया सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अनिल कुमार यादव जी।
हाँ ना ये डॉक्टर का बड़ा इसका तुम्हें कहाँ का शुक्ला जी अरे हाँ बताओ कहाँ गई भाई।
अश्विनी जी आपका माइक बार बार म्यूट कर लीजिए।
ओके सर मैं चेक कर लेता हूँ जरा।
हाँ, राजीव सिंह जी आप भी जरा म्यूट कर लीजिएगा। बस अब संजय जी जैसे आदेश देते हैं हम शुरू कर देते हैं कार्यक्रम। कुछ परिचय फिर बाद में
वेटिंग द मैडम वाइस चांसलर, शायद उनको कुछ टेक्निकल दिक्कत अभी शायद हो रही है, 1-2 मिनट के लिए जुड़ने वाली है ना।
अच्छा जो लोग रह गए हैं, डॉक्टर सविता सोनी जी। मैडम परिचय।
नमस्कार सर आप सभी को। मैं सविता सोनी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर हिस्ट्री, गवर्नमेंट गर्ल्स पीजी कॉलेज विदिशा फ्रॉम मध्य प्रदेश।
धन्यवाद। अशोक कुमार सिंह जी। मुकेश जी हमारे बीच में है। मुकेश जी आप हम बाकी पे एक बार सबको परिचय दे दीजिए। मुकेश कुमार पंत।
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर मुकेश कुमार पंत, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ऑफ साइकोलॉजी, महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ, वाराणसी।
मुकेश जी हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम के मेंबर हैं इस कार्यक्रम के। डॉक्टर गीतिका तंवर।
नमस्कार सभी को। मैं डॉक्टर गीतिका तंवर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हिंदी, सीके ठाकुर कॉलेज, न्यू पनवेल, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मुंबई से हूँ और इस कार्यक्रम से जुड़कर मुझे बेहद प्रसन्नता हो रही है। निश्चय ये बेहद लाभान्वित होगा हमारे लिए और आप सभी को हिंदी दिवस की अनेक शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
आपको भी शुभकामनाएं मैडम। डॉक्टर रेखा सिंह जी। जयंत।
लोकेश क्या दे रहे हो
मैडम?
अच्छा
आई मैडम डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई हैं, अभी जुड़ रही हैं।
अच्छा
आही मैम जुड़ी हैं
जी। मैडम जुड़ी हुई हैं जैसा रजिस्ट्रार सर ने कहा।
जुड़ी हैं।
We can proceed.
Yes, yes.
So shall I start? Lokesh ji?
हाँ शुरू करो पूजा।
A good morning to all of you. A grateful heart is a beginning of greatness. It is an expression of humility. It is a foundation for the development of such virtues as prayer, faith, courage, contentment, happiness, love, and well-being. May I now request everyone to cover their head and join us in our college prayer. Sangeeta.
शिवा वर मोरे शुभ कर्म
Thank you so much. After the blessings of Almighty, let's start with the event. Has Lokesh has sir joined?
आप शुरू कर लीजिए कल.
A very good morning to everyone. I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, faculty members, and participants. On behalf of Mata Sundari College for Women, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, and Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, to a one-week online interdisciplinary faculty development program on Indian knowledge system, concerns, approaches, and applications in new education policy. I heartily welcome all of you to be a part of this event. May I now request course coordinator and teacher in charge of philosophy department, Dr. Hemlata Krishnani, to give a brief overview of the course. Dr. Hemlata Krishnani, please.
Unmute कर लीजिए हेमलता जी अपने आप को.
Sorry for that. Thank you, Pooja. Namaste, everyone. My warm regards to distinguished guests. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion. A very warm welcome to all the participants. Let me introduce you to the aim and objectives of this FDP on Indian knowledge systems, concerns, approaches, applications in new education policy. The new education policy is aimed at reinventing and recovering the interconnectedness of metaphysical, environmental, and physical sciences of Indian knowledge systems and modern sciences. A holistic framework of education based on integration of Indian knowledge and value systems with the contemporary concerns and issues. The lineage of classical thoughts, practices, and traditions from the Saptarishis of remote antiquity to an era of modern Indian scientific mind, it is indeed a long historic inheritance which requires to be revisited, unlocked, uncoded, and acknowledged. And this can be attained through a revival of respect for green ethos and a neutral scientific temper, which is truly experimental and interactive. The youth of India need to instill this temper, the very skill, the caution for the real beginning of a full revival of Indian knowledge systems. The present FDP will take the participants through a session on Indian knowledge systems, briefly called IKS, and in Hindi and Sanskrit also referred as Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. Indian civilization has always attached a great value to knowledge. It is a glorious tradition of texts, manuscripts, great thinkers, and schools in all areas of knowledge. NEP states that the pursuit of knowledge, Gyan, wisdom, pragya, and truth, Satya, was always considered in Indian thought and philosophy as the highest human goal, and the aim of education in ancient India was not just the acquisition of knowledge as a preparation of this life in this world, but a complete realization of the self beyond the world, liberation or self-realization. Each session of the FDP will focus on a particular aspect of IKS, particularly in the light of NEP. It will witness talks by national expert pioneers in the field of philosophy, natural sciences, economics, Sanskrit, Vedic mathematics, and many more, sharing their knowledge and experiences with us. It aims to train faculty and research scholars on a basic understanding of Indian knowledge system, ethos, teaching learning strategies in NEP, along with the objective to search, evaluate, consolidate the understanding about IKS. It also tends to reflect on the diversity of knowledge forms and their philosophical outlook. Also, the way forward for ancient knowledge system and NEP 2020. To comprehend the Bharat Vidya envisioned in the new education policy, to explore the methodology framework for the indigenous knowledge systems, to construct a methodology for re-establishing the Indian knowledge system as part of the research paradigm. It will cover topics ranging from Indian Renaissance epistemic frames of Indian Adivasis as well as Northeast India, Indian aesthetic, Indian culture, tourism, Sanskrit grammar shastra, Indian value system, spirituality, well-being, knowledge management during early and Vedic times, state and society in India's knowledge system, the philosophy of higher education in India, problems and prospects, to name a few. It will provide opportunity to the participants to deliberate on the multidisciplinary approach of NEP and its implementation, to record the suggestions and feedback in order to make it more effective and productive. As for an effective implementation, it is extremely important to appraise and assess the educational policies for their strengths and gaps. With this brief overview, I thank you all for your kind attention and welcome you all once again to a journey of academic enrichment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hemlata, for explaining about the course, which I'm sure is going to be very helpful to all the participants out here. Now, with much honor, I would like to invite Professor Harpreet Kaur, Principal, Mata Sundari College, to kindly welcome our eminent guest, faculty members, and participants. Professor Harpreet Kaur is a prolific writer with several publications to her credit. Ma'am had been honored with Commonwealth Innovation Award for Leadership in Women Education, and she was also presented with Great Indian Teachers Award 2021. Ma'am, we all are truly inspired by your deeds. I hereby request you to kindly commence the session by welcoming the guest.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Pooja. A very pleasant morning to all present. On behalf of Mata Sundari College, I welcome all the esteemed guests and participants of FDP. Indian knowledge system and pedagogy, the concerns, approaches, and applications, especially in NEP 2020. This FDP is a unique FDP in itself because it involves three premier institutions of higher learning: the University of Delhi, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, and Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi. All these higher education hubs have been committed for disseminating knowledge to the youth, and common goals and common platform is there. I extend a very heartfelt welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi, Professor P.C. Joshi ji. Thank you, sir, for joining us. His stint as head of anthropology department, Pro-Vice Chancellor, and Vice Chancellor has been brimming with a flurry of activities. His efforts, especially in smoothing the governance structures of the university, is truly appreciable. If I say in short that his tenure as Vice Chancellor has brought much required changes to eradicate inertia which was there in the university, it would not be an exaggeration at all. His efforts... please.
Galaxy J2, please mute.
Professor P.C. Joshi's efforts and motivation to commence the long-awaited promotions of the faculty members is truly appreciable, and the academic fraternity will really remain undebted, and we are so thankful from the core of our hearts that this has actually occurred. So thank you, sir, for all your blessings. And under his able guidance, the University of Delhi has geared up to prepare to roll out NEP in a very efficient manner. I welcome you, sir. And once again, I really thank you from the core of heart for accepting my invitation to be here. I also take pride to welcome Professor A.K. Tyagi, and Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi. His varied and rich experiences at PTU Jalandhar, Shahid Bhagat Singh State University, his qualitative researches, his accolades won like Man of Achievement Award 1998 and so on, has been a source of inspiration for the academic fraternity. I also welcome Dr. Janak Dulari Ahi, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya. She has given us opportunity to collaborate with the TLCs on earlier occasions as well. So thank you, ma'am. She is an embodiment of women power, a keen researcher, able administrator, and above all, a very humble person with pleasing demeanor. I welcome you, ma'am. At this defining juncture, when we are committed to the application of NEP 2020, association of different universities on a common platform is truly momentous. It will surely bring about a varied viewpoints on a common platform, and this will enrich the implementation of NEP, which is about to roll out. It will also facilitate the required changes into the education system. As such, as what I believe is NEP itself is the responses, is a kind of a response to the changes which are coming in the whole knowledge scenario, because we are seeing the technological advances, but technological advances in the age of modernity are juxtaposed with rich storehouse of traditional knowledge system available in the annals of our history. And so what is happening is many a times our indigenous knowledge system is getting obscure, which has tremendous potential. And we are relying more on technical advances and the Western education. And NEP that way is aims to bridge this disconnect which is there. So along with the modern skills and education, it aims at bringing about and connecting the Indian knowledge system. There is immense knowledge, ocean of knowledge is there in our ancient scriptures, our indigenous knowledge system, and so on. So these valuable texts and these valuable experiences have to be highlighted. The immense treasure of knowledge contained in our scriptures and indigenous sources aims at integrating body, mind, and soul, which is basically the core at the knowledge from forefront. If I give examples, in Adi Shankaracharya's view, knowledge is the only effective means through which veil of Savidya, learning is removed and moksha is attained. In Vishnu Puran also it is written, knowledge is one that liberates, sa vidya ya vimukte. In the philosophy of Guru Nanak, one finds profound awareness of the concepts of earlier philosophical heritage of the Indian thought. The concerns of man, state, and society are merged into otherworldly concerns of the man. The entire life of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is an embodiment of knowledge collection and dissemination, and he traveled far and wide to disseminate knowledge. The main premise of Guru Nanak's thought was to open the doors and windows of mind so that knowledge accumulation could be from all the quarters. In his Bani, he says, education trains one to employ his critical faculty as the anvil and the accumulated wisdom of mankind as a fashioning tool. Ahran mat ved hatyar. Or Guru Nanak Ji also pronounced that a truly knowledgeable person is one who leads a balanced life, whose conduct is paramount, whose conduct is truthful. He can distinguish between right and wrong. And if he imbibes such qualities like Vedya, that is learning, and also altruism, that is Paropkar, then a single individual will be benefactor for the society. Vidya Vichari Taparopkari. Contemplate and reflect upon knowledge, and you will become benefactor of others. And so insight into this traditional knowledge system, which is so rich, which is so immense, and applying it to the modern context is basically the aim of the NEP. And this is what we are going to highlight all through the FDP. And we have erudite speakers with us. Professor Bhupen Joshi would be speaking, Professor Balaganpati from DU, and Brigadier Dr. Rajwant Singh Grewal from Vice Chancellor, University of Chitkara. Then from University of Lucknow, we have Professor Rakesh Chandra, Professor Girishwar Mishra, Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Manjeet Singh DU. They will speak on knowledge management and knowledge accumulation and system in our tradition. And the classical tradition will be highlighted. I would also, truly failing in my duty if we don't mention the efforts of Mr. Sanjay, Mr. Naranjan Sahai, Mr. Shogura, IQAC of Mata Sundari College, and Philosophy Department, including Dr. Lokesh, Dr. Hemlata, Dr. Pooja, whose valuable efforts have been instrumental in organizing this FDP. Last but not the least, I also welcome all the participants who have registered here. Participants are from across the country, Mumbai, MP, UP, Delhi, and so on. So what I really mean to say is that I just want to read one poem from Tim Cloudsay's poem. Knowledge is not gained through one means alone, whether it is talked of as science or religion, or the intuition that integrates all. or imagination, emotion, or greater reason. And it is our humble effort in this NAP to reinterpret the traditional knowledge, which is so close to our hearts, in a new light, in a new perspective, and make it a part of the integral formal education so that it is entrained in the psyche of the youth. And so let us reiterate that well-being of individual, society, and nation is possible if we understand the traditional knowledge system and also in the modern light. With this, I thank all who are present, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your invaluable insight about the theme. Also helping us explain about the importance of NAP and education, traditional education system in our lives. Thank you so much, ma'am. To proceed further with the event, may I request Dr. Sanjay Sharma, Coordinator TLC, to say a few words about Teacher Learning Center at Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya. Dr. Sanjay.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पूजा जी, और सभी प्रतिभागियों को हिंदी दिवस की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आज के इस कार्यक्रम के जो कि पूरे सप्ताह भर चलने वाला है, उसके मुख्य अतिथि दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति प्रोफेसर जोशी जी, डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय की माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर जनक दुलारी आही जी, और हमारे साथी और सहयोगी विश्वविद्यालय महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ के सम्माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर त्यागी जी, और इस पूरे कार्यक्रम की सूत्रधार और कह सकते हैं हम लोग की जो डायनेमिक लीडरशिप के साथ जो काम कर रही हैं माननीय प्रिंसिपल डॉक्टर हरप्रीत कौर जी और सभी प्रतिभागी। दरअसल ये विचार जिसकी ताकत हम लोगों को मिली और हम तीनों संस्थाएं एक साथ आई, ये मूलतः उपज हमारी माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर जनक दुलारी आई जी की एक वैचारिक परियोजना का हिस्सा है। ये परियोजना 2016-17 में सागर विश्वविद्यालय के साथ जुड़ी, और उस समय के मानव संसाधन विकास मंत्रालय भारत सरकार ने यह हमें जिम्मेदारी दी कि पंडित मदन मोहन मालवीय नेशनल मिशन टीचर्स एंड टीचिंग के तहत हम लोग काम करते हुए अपने आसपास की शिक्षाई हालातों को बदलें और समझें, और इसी दायरे को आगे बढ़ाते हुए पिछले साल ये एक बड़ी चुनौती थी हमारे सामने कोरोना काल के साथ भी, जिसमें मैडम वाइस चांसलर ने हम लोगों को ये ताकत दी और एक रास्ता बताया कि हम किस तरह से अपने संस्थानों के दायरे से बाहर निकलकर उन तमाम संस्थाओं के साथ हैंड होल्डिंग करें जो अपने अपने काम में अपने अपने क्षेत्र में विशिष्टता लिए हुए हैं। और इसी क्रम में हम लोगों ने माता सुंदरी कॉलेज गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ के साथ एक अकादमिक समझौते के तहत हमने काम करना शुरू किया। टीचिंग लर्निंग सेंटर इस मायने में भी बहुत अनोखा है। भारत में एक बड़ी चिंता थी कि समाज विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में देश ने शायद उतनी उन्नति नहीं की जितनी हमें आवश्यकता थी, और एक मनुष्य होने के नाते और एक सामाजिक वैचारिकी के उपक्रम के साथ जुड़े होने के नाते हम लोगों की जवाबदेही बनती है, खासतौर पर उच्च शिक्षा संस्थाओं की, वो अपने सामाजिक विन्यास को अपनी तमाम गतिविधियों के साथ विज्ञान सम्मत बनाने की प्रक्रिया के साथ जोड़ते हुए एक ऐसे समाज का निर्माण करे जो मानवीय हो। और शायद यही वजह थी कि उस समय के तात्कालिक जो हमारे शिक्षा से जुड़े हुए लोग थे, उन्होंने इस आयोजना के साथ समाज विज्ञान शिक्षण अधिगम केंद्र की स्थापना सागर विश्वविद्यालय में की। और ये विश्वविद्यालय का प्रयास था कि उन्होंने विद्यालय से लेकर उच्च शिक्षा के तमाम केंद्रों के साथ एक आपसी अकादमिक रिश्ता बनाया, विद्यालय के शिक्षकों को महाविद्यालय के साथ जोड़ा। और कहना यूं भी चाहिए कि विश्वविद्यालय की सीमाओं को तोड़ते हुए, उन सीमाओं का अतिक्रमण करते हुए विश्वविद्यालय ने उन तमाम संस्थाओं को, उन तमाम व्यक्तियों को जो ज्ञान की यात्रा से जुड़े, उनको अपने साथ अंगीकार किया। टीएलसी अपने कई कार्यक्रमों के साथ काम करते हुए पूरे लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में लगभग हम लोगों ने 1000 विद्यालय शिक्षकों और उच्च शिक्षा से जुड़े लोगों के साथ हमने प्रशिक्षण कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए। इतना ही नहीं, एक बड़ी चुनौती थी कि पूरे भारतवर्ष में हमारे विद्यालय शिक्षा से जुड़े बच्चे या शिक्षक ये नहीं जान पाते थे कि उनके पड़ोस के राज्य में, उनके पड़ोस के विद्यालय में क्या पढ़ाया जा रहा है। टीचिंग लर्निंग सेंटर्स फॉर सोशल साइंस में जिम्मेदारी लेते हुए पूरे भारत के विद्यालयों में पढ़ाई जाने वाली विद्यालय पाठ्य पुस्तकों का एक बैंक तैयार किया। नेशनल रिसोर्स सेंटर के तौर पर हमने एक लाइब्रेरी तैयार की, जहां पर हमारे विद्यालय के शिक्षक, शोधार्थी और उच्च शिक्षा से जुड़े हुए लोग जो पाठ्यक्रम पर, करिकुलम पर, शिक्षा नीतियों पर, इन पे काम करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए हम लोगों ने एक बड़ी लाइब्रेरी बनाई जो अपने आप में राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर एक अद्भुत या विलक्षण रूप में पहचानी जा सकती है। कोरोना काल में ही हम लोगों ने प्रारंभिक विद्यालय के शिक्षकों के लिए हैप्पीनेस करिकुलम का निर्माण किया। आप लोग दिल्ली में इस बात को जानते होंगे कि दिल्ली सरकार ने हैप्पीनेस करिकुलम पर बात करना शुरू किया था। उसके लिए एक मैनुअल सागर विश्वविद्यालय की टीएलसी ने तैयार किया कि हमारे यहाँ के शिक्षक किस तरह से हैप्पीनेस करिकुलम को कक्षाओं में ट्रांसलेट करें। उसके लिए हम लोगों ने एक हैंडबुक बनाई जिसका भी विमोचन माननीय कुलपति जी की अध्यक्षता में हुआ। पिछले साल ही हम लोगों ने इसको किया। उच्च शिक्षा के शिक्षकों के लिए ऑनलाइन रिफ्रेशर कोर्स के लिए अर्पित के माध्यम से सोशल एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट, जिस पे बहुत कम लोग बात करते हैं, और लगातार जो शिक्षा नीति का भी जो पूरी तैयारी है वो उन क्षेत्रों की तरफ बढ़ने और उन क्षेत्रों के साथ अपने आप को जोड़ने की जो कि विकास की यात्रा में पीछे छूट गए हैं। सेंटर साइंस सागर विद्यालय ने नेशनल रिसोर्स सेंटर के तौर पर हम लोगों ने सोशल एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट में अर्पित का एक पाठ्यक्रम तैयार किया। वर्तमान में कई सारी योजनाओं से हम काम कर रहे हैं, और जैसा कि माननीय प्राचार्य महोदय ने इस बात को रेखांकित किया, और मैं माननीय कुलपति जी सम्माननीय जोशी जी के सामने भी रखना चाहता हूं कि दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय की ये सहृदयता थी, या यूं कह सकते हैं कि एक तरह से ये वैचारिक समन्वय स्थापित करने की एक चेतना थी, जिसमें सागर विश्वविद्यालय, महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यालय, विद्यापीठ और माता सुंदरी कॉलेज ने साथ काम करने के लेकर एक तैयारी शुरू की, और हम लोगों ने अकादमिक एमओयू साइन किए, जिसके तहत हम लोग कई प्रकार के कार्यक्रम वर्ष भर आयोजित करते रहते हैं। मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आप सब लोगों को इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लेने के लिए, जो कि महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है जिस पर हम लोग लगातार 7 दिन तक बात करेंगे, मैं आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Thank you so much for giving us information about the TLC Center at Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, and how it had played an important role during pandemic was very commendable. Thank you so much. And now let's proceed further with our event. I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our honorable chief guest of the day. It's my privilege and honor to welcome Professor P.C. Joshi, Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi, which has been ranked at first position among the top 25 central universities. Professor Joshi has served as the department head of anthropology, University of Delhi, prior to becoming the Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi in June 2020. In addition, Sir was an esteemed delegate of the European Union to the United Nations Framework Climate Change Conference, which was held in Poland. Professor Joshi was also appointed as the Asia Coordinator for the European Union's 6th Framework Integrated Project. Sir is the recipient of the Indira Priyadarshini Vriksha Mitra National Award, Certificate of Honor at the first France-India Meet on Psychiatry, Psychoanalysis, and Psychotherapy. Plaque of Appreciation from Department of Sociology and Anthropology, Xavier University, Philippines. Awarded Certificate of Appreciation on his research on disaster impacts in Asia and Europe by the Faculty of Public Health, University of Indonesia. He also has the distinction of discovering a Paleolithic site in Delhi. That's not all. Several important path-breaking research projects have been undertaken by Professor Joshi. Sir has co-authored several books, articles, book chapters in area of medical anthropology, impact of disaster, lifestyle disasters, and antibiotic resistance. He has worked in interdisciplinary areas with psychiatrists, psychologists, and other researchers on various topics and co-authored many papers. Sir has held various advisory positions also. He has been a UGC SAP Advisory Committee member for SP University, Tirupati, and Karnataka University, Task Force member of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, expert member, Research Advisory Committee, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India. His contributions to education and to social progress is unique, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn from such an eminent personality. Thank you, sir, Professor Joshi.
Good morning. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Honorable Professor Janaki Dulari Ahi, Vice Chancellor Dr. Hari Singh Gaur, Vishwavidyalaya Sagar, Professor A.K. Tyagi, Honorable Vice Chancellor Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth Varanasi, our own dynamic Professor of and Principal Mata Sundari College for Women, Professor Harpreet Kaur, and of course our young faculty, Hemlata Krishnani, and we have from Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Sanjay Sharma, and from Mahatma Gandhi, from MSCW, we have Lokesh Kumar ji and Niranjan Sahai ji from Kashi Vidyapeeth. So all of you have come together, and I think a very unique program, faculty development program, has been envisaged, conceptualized by all of you, which is in sync with the spirit or soul of the national education policy. National education policy has very interesting aims. It is taking us to the roots of our own heritage. And in that sense, Indian knowledge systems becomes very, very important. Our roots becomes very, very important. In University of Delhi, I know many colleges under Mahamna Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission has been working on various facets of national education policy. For example, our Ramanujam College is working very hard on ethics, on the aspects of ethics. Similarly, there are other institutions who are working on academic bank of credit and other provisions of national education policy. But no one has so far touched upon Indian knowledge system, which is so integral part of national education policy. And I'm very glad that Mata Sundari College, in collaboration with Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya and Kashi Vidyapeeth, have come up with this great idea. Hari Singh Gaur is a very special personality, and he was, by the way, the first Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi. And in his memory, very recently we have inaugurated a GRU, which is called Hari Singh Gaur GRU, just next to the Vice Chancellor's office. So we remember that great barrister. He has done great work for the cause of higher education in India, not only in Delhi University, but also in central India. He has created a great facility, and out of his efforts, out of his love for higher education, out of his love for serving this great nation. Now, when we talk of Indian knowledge system, I think India is very, very special. India is very, very special because India is one of those rare civilizations where there is continuity for the last 10,000 years. There is a continuity. So therefore, knowledge has been accumulated. Cumulative knowledge has been keep on accumulated in India. So India is a treasure house of knowledge. And in India, particularly, knowledge and economy are separated. We have a goddess called Goddess Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge. But we have another goddess which is called Lakshmi, which is the goddess of wealth. And in India, both these goddesses are almost opposite to each other. If you want to have knowledge, you have to sacrifice wealth. Now, this is an Indian concept that you have to go deeper to get knowledge and forget about wealth. But then Western concept of knowledge, there is no separation between knowledge and wealth in Western concept. Therefore, West always thinks knowledge in terms of money. And what is this intellectual property? They call it intellectual property. They call royalty. These are all Western concepts. They are not Indian concepts. In India, knowledge was distributed. In fact, Indian philosophy is that more you distribute knowledge, more merit you will get, more punya you will get, and more the knowledge will increase. And you try to save knowledge, it will decrease. So therefore, people have been, in India, people have been very generous in sharing knowledge. We have never, in Indian philosophy, knowledge was never an instrument of showing your might over others. Knowledge was never an instrument of subjugating others. This is the critical difference between knowledge system of India and knowledge system of the West. In West, knowledge has always been used as an instrument to empower, as an instrument to overpower, as an instrument of subjugation. And therefore, because they had steam engine and all those kind of knowledge, the Britishers, they colonized other countries. Through their knowledge, they colonized us. In India, we had a treasure house of knowledge in ancient time. We went far, far off to Indonesia, to Malaysia, to China, to Japan. But we never used our knowledge as an instrument to subjugate, to colonize. We gave knowledge freely, we distributed knowledge with a free hand. And that is what that generosity in distribution of knowledge was the essence of Indian civilization. And it is in this sense that knowledge of India, Indian system, Indian knowledge system, and Western knowledge systems are different. Secondly, in India, knowledge has been authorless. This concept of author is also alien to Indian knowledge system. We never believed in authorship. We never believed. We always believed that it is the God who is giving us ideas. It is the God who is giving us technology. We never claimed any authorship about our knowledge. And therefore, Indians were able to create wonders as far as the literature is concerned, as far as the knowledge is concerned. Whereas West is always after authorship. Any piece of knowledge that you have, you would like to own it. In India, we always denounce. We have created knowledge, denounced it. We never said that it is our name. And we have given pseudonyms as author of this knowledge. So I always say Ved Vyas. Ved Vyas was not a person. Ved Vyas was a pseudonym for a galaxy of authors who had contributed in making of Mahabharata. So thirdly, I would say that there is in India, knowledge is at least at two levels. And as an anthropologist, we call it great tradition and little tradition. So for example, Ayurveda, if you have a text of Sushruta or Charak, they are all great tradition. But that doesn't mean that that's all. There is a little tradition, that is the indigenous knowledge. The knowledge is scattered in the villages. The knowledge is scattered in the tribal areas. And there is a linkage between these two systems of knowledge. So there is a linkage. In anthropology, we say that there are local knowledges which universalize, become part of the greater knowledge. And the greater knowledge goes down, percolate down in the form of parochialization. And that is it. This is how in India there has been a system of knowledge creation. And great knowledge has been created. This knowledge has been created in the form of textbooks like Susruta Samhita, like Charak Samhita, or like Natya Shastra. This is all preserved in the form of books and shlokas. You have got Vedas, you have got Upanishads. But this knowledge is also there in our folk songs, in our folklores, in our myths, in our legends. This is there. So there is a vast canvas across which this Indian system of knowledge is located. So it is like an ocean. Indian knowledge system is not one book or two books like the Lord Macaulay said long back, that all the Indian knowledge can be located in one almirah of their library. It's not like that. Indian knowledge is equivalent to Indian ocean. It's an ocean. The more deeper you go, more depth it will lead to. And a very simple example can be taken of Bhagavad Gita. Now Bhagavad Gita has a lot of layers and layers and layers. You go at one level of meaning, then there is another level of meaning which is there is another level of meaning. Similarly, all our knowledge is being stored. It was initially stored as an oral in a memory, in the memory of the people. So therefore it was created in such a manner so that there could be multiple layers. So one word may lead to another word, may lead to another word. So therefore we have to understand these nuances of Indian system of knowledge as well. And we should be very proud of it. And I think our students in the universities, they deserve to understand, they deserve to know about the rich heritage niche knowledge system that India has. And I'm very glad that Mata Sundari College has taken a lead, and I wish that they will take up such initiative in future as well. With these words, I'm thankful to you that you invited me for this important program. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words and appreciation and sharing your views on the subject of Indian knowledge system. Absolutely true, sir. Indian knowledge is like an ocean, and deeper we go, more insights we get into it. Your words of wisdom will always remain with us, sir. Thank you so much. To move forward with the event, I'm extremely honored to welcome Professor Janak Dulari Ahiya, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar. Professor Ahi has about 34 years of teaching and research experience in zoology at postgraduate level. Her expertise lies in the areas of insect immunity and tumor biology in insects. Professor Ahi has supervised many PhD students and more than 40 research publications in national and international journals of repute. She was awarded the German Academic Exchange Service Fellowship and worked in the Department of Neurobiology, Germany. She received a postdoctoral fellowship in the Max Planck Institute, Germany. Along with faculty of Northwestern University, Chicago, USA, ma'am was a course coordinator for MHRD Gyan program. Professor Ahi before becoming Honorable Vice Chancellor, held various advisory positions, to mention a few: Chief Vigilance Officer of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Dean School of Biological Sciences, among others. We are grateful to have such an eminent personality, Professor Janak Dulari Ahi. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. It's a proud moment for me to extend a warm welcome and heartfelt gratitude to the chief guest, Professor P.C. Joshi, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, Professor Anand Kumar Tyagi, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi, Professor Harpreet Kaur, Honorable Principal, Mata Sundari College for Women, University of Delhi, and her entire team, coordinators of the Faculty Development Program, Professor Niranjan Sahai, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi, Dr. Hemlata Krishnani, Mata Sundari College for Women, University of Delhi, and convener of this program and coordinator of the Teaching Learning Center, Dr. Sanjay Sharma from the Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya. Dear participants and all those who are with us on this virtual mode, I'm happy to learn that as per the MOU signed by the Teaching Learning Center, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, and with two other prestigious institutes, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi, and Mata Sundari College for Women, University of Delhi, all three have joined hands and are working together to conduct various academic programs and trainings for capacity building of the teachers. I really congratulate the team leaders of all the three institutions. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all in the inaugural session of this one-week online faculty development program on Indian Knowledge System, Concerned Approaches and Applications in NEP 2020. In this joint venture, all the three institutions will be working together for excelling professional capacity of teachers and scholars of higher education institutions. Now, before I say a few words about today's program, at the outset, on behalf of the Vishwavidyalaya and on my own behalf, I would like to express my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor of Delhi University and also the chief guest of today's program, Professor P.C. Joshi, as already also mentioned by you, to commemorate the first Vice Chancellor of your university, Dr. Sir Hari Singh Gaur, your good self had inaugurated a grove, that is an oak one, which was named Dr. Sir Hari Singh Gaur. Gaur Sahab being the founder of this Vishwavidyalaya, we, the fraternity of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, were overwhelmed and felt honored. We extend a heartfelt gratitude to you for this initiative and will remain highly indebted. We are thankful to you for accepting our invitation, as the connection between the two universities, which was established by our founder, has been strengthened by a kind initiative and presence. We also look forward to your research and academic collaboration with your premier university in future. Now, coming to the topic, the new educational policy 2020 has already completed 1 year since it was rolled out, and now the process of execution of the policy is of prime concern to all the responsible institutions and stakeholders. The theme of the faculty development program is very pertinent and is highly needed and crucial for all the stakeholders of the entire nation for understanding Indian knowledge, culture, and legacy, so that we can prepare a framework for decolonizing Indian mind. The program is unique in its nature and approach, wherein the idea of Indian epistemology, traditions, and process of knowing is going to be discussed together with interdisciplinary framework to understand critical thinking in the 21st century learners context. Undoubtedly, teachers training plays an extremely important role in promoting human as well as societal well-being and in developing India as envisioned in its constitution, a democratic, just, socially conscious, cultured, and humane nation upholding liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice for all. The vital discourse of Indian knowledge system significantly contributes towards sustainable humanity and social development of the nation. Now, as India moves towards becoming an economy and society, more and more younger Indians are likely to aspire for higher education. The 21st century requires quality teachers, and the teacher educators must aim to develop good, thoughtful, well-rounded, and creative citizens. A quality teacher, teaching and teacher education must enable personal accomplishment and enlightenment, constructive learning, engagement, and productive contribution to the society. It must prepare students for more meaningful and satisfying lives. As also discussed with the convener, the very purpose of this 1 week FDP is to unfold the trajectories of the action plan in the form of challenges and opportunities in the field of Bharati Gyan, Vigyan, and Bharat Vidya, and its integration with the 21st century pedagogical skills. I congratulate the organizers and wish you all the very best for the success of this program. I'm sure that this FDP will be a foundation for the growth of new ideas towards a better tomorrow, and thus will pave the way for the nation into the 21st century with the notion of Atmanirbhar Bharat. आज हिंदी दिवस है और इस हिंदी दिवस के शुभ अवसर पर मैं आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं प्रेषित करती हूं, और यह हमारा एफडीपी का प्रोग्राम भी इस शुभ दिन में की शुरुआत हुई है, उसके लिए भी आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your best wishes, encouragement, and also explaining us the importance of, again, new education policy and appreciating the FDP program. Thank you so much, ma'am. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you. Let's move forward with our event. And Professor Dr. Anand K. Tyagi. And it's my privilege and honor to welcome Honorable Professor Anand K. Tyagi, Professor, SBS State Technical Campus, Punjab. Earlier, he served as a scientist at National Council for Cement and Building Materials, Faridabad. His areas of specialization include condensed matter physics, material physics, advanced materials. Sir has supervised more than 11 PhDs and guided several dissertations. Various innovative projects are undertaken in his guidance, and grants have been fetched of more than 10.50 crores from various funding agencies like MHRD and World Bank. He is recipient to many distinguished awards, including Remuteris ITAS Award for Outstanding Research and Best Scientist Award, among others. Sir has contributed his service to administration and held various positions like Associate Director and Director in Charge at SPS State Technical Campus, Firozpur, Dean, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Punjab Technical University. Currently, he is a Dean of PG and Research Board and Chief Counselor for SPS State Technical Campus. Professor Tyagi has published more than 50 research papers in many national and international journals. It is our immense pleasure to have such a renowned and esteemed academician, Professor Tyagi, among us. Sanjay ji, is he here?
आवाज जा रही है?
निरंजन सर, आपकी आवाज आ रही है बिल्कुल। सर अगर हैं तो
प्रोफेसर त्यागी।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आयोजन समिति को इस बात के लिए कि प्रोफेसर त्यागी के लिए यहाँ अवसर दिया गया कि वो अपनी बात रख सकें। लेकिन मैं प्रोफेसर निरंजन सहाय, प्रोफेसर त्यागी जी के प्रतिनिधि के रूप में अपनी बात कहने जा रहा हूँ। उन्होंने शुभकामनाएं प्रकट की हैं और उन शुभकामना संदेश को मैं पढ़ देता हूँ। दरअसल राज्य सरकार की निर्देशों के आलोक में माननीय प्रोफेसर त्यागी को अचानक कहीं जाना पड़ गया और वो हमारे बीच नहीं है। उन्होंने जो अपने संदेश प्रेषित किए हैं उसको मैं पढ़ देता हूं, लेकिन इसके पहले प्रोफेसर हरप्रीत कौर, माननीय संजय जी, प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी जी, प्रोफेसर जनक दुलारी आही मैडम, डॉक्टर संतोष सोहेगौरा जी, डॉक्टर लोकेश जी और आयोजक मंडल में शामिल वे तमाम लोग जो कि यहाँ पर एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन 7 दिवसीय प्रशिक्षण समारोह के आयोजन के सहयात्री के रूप में निर्देश देने के लिए हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं। महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ की ओर से आप सभी को प्रणाम है और इस बात की शुभकामनाएं प्रकट की जाती हैं कि काशी विद्यापीठ इस यात्रा में सहयात्री के रूप में अपनी उपस्थिति को माकूल बनाने के लिए हर तरह से सहयोग देगा। मैं प्रोफेसर निरंजन सहाय सर के संदेश को पढ़ रहा हूं, यानी प्रोफेसर आनंद कुमार त्यागी जी के संदेश को। भारतीय ज्ञान पद्धति या परंपरा, सरोकार, दृष्टिकोण एवं क्रियान्वयन के संदर्भ राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 के आलोक में विषय पर आयोजित पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम के समस्त विशेषज्ञों, प्रतिभागियों एवं आयोजकों को साधुवाद। दिनांक 14 से 20 सितंबर 2021 तक आयोजित इस पुनश्चर्या का आयोजन 3 संस्थाएं सामूहिक रूप से कर रही हैं। मैं महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ की ओर से माता सुंदरी कॉलेज, दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय, टीएलसी सेंटर, डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय के आयोजक मंडल के प्रति कृतज्ञता प्रकट करता हूं कि उन्होंने राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के क्रियान्वयन में हमें सहयात्री बनने का अवसर दिया। भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा का एक विराट स्वरूप हमारे सामने आता है, जिसमें तमाम तरह के दर्शन, तमाम तरह की धाराएं, तमाम तरह की शैक्षिक युक्तियां हमारे सामने प्रकट होती हैं। उन शैक्षिक युक्तियों में परंपरा को पहचानने, समझने का एक संकल्प दिखाई पड़ता है और साथ ही सभ्यता की जो विकास यात्रा है उसमें असहमति की जो आवाजें होती हैं या स्वर होते हैं उनको पहचानने का एक साहस भी दिखाई पड़ता है। भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा के विभिन्न सरोकारों के साथ समन्वय की जो एक चेतना पुनश्चर्या कार्यक्रम के विभिन्न व्याख्यानों के माध्यम से उभरेगी, निश्चित रूप से उससे हमारे प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त करने वाले अध्यापक अध्यापिकाएं लाभान्वित होंगे। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के इस सबसे महत्वपूर्ण पहलू की ओर जो ध्यान दिलाया गया है उसके लिए प्रशिक्षण शिविर अपने लक्ष्यों में प्रकट रूप से काम कर सके, इसकी मैं शुभकामना प्रकट करता हूं। मैं प्रोफेसर आनंद कुमार त्यागी, धन्यवाद। यह था प्रोफेसर त्यागी का संदेश जो कि आपसे बांटने का मुझे निर्देश मिला था। हाँ लोकेश जी, संजय जी, आगे कार्यक्रम बढ़ाइए, हम जुड़े हुए हैं।
Thank you Niranjan ji, thank you Niranjan Sai ji, and we are so thankful that sir has been so kind to share his blessings with all of us in form of this message. Thank you sir, thank you so much. May I now invite for the concluding remarks Shri Santosh Sahugara to this event. Shri Santosh Sahugara, who is currently a registrar doctor at Hari Singh Gaur Central University, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Sahugura has achieved a lot to reach where he is today. From being a former deputy director and financial advisor at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Bhopal, he has also worked in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. In Chandigarh, his work is well recognized in Public Relations Society of India, where he was an ex-joint secretary. Apart from this, his work as a public relations officer and in charge Hindi officer, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research inspires many. Sir, kindly share your valuable concluding remarks of this entire session. Looking forward to it, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja ma'am. I think it's a very prestigious and privileged occasion that we are meeting, I think, for the fourth time. And I am very thankful to all the honorable vice chancellors for giving us this particular platform and opportunity. And I am told that within this platform, where the three universities, the three premier organizations of the country has come together for some prosperity work, we have trained more than about 500 teachers from all over the country that relates to professor, that is associate professor and assistant professor. At the same time, the knowledge dissemination part has been a very vital, actually, what we can say, the prime objective of this FDP and the other FDPs also. So dignitaries, I welcome all the dignitaries and their valuable messages given today, because today is also the Hindi Divas, and Hindi Divas also is a very prominent function, and all the country institutions are celebrating this as a very prestigious work. And moreover, when we talk about the initial word of wisdom by Professor Harpreet Kaur ma'am, Principal, Mata Sundari College of Women, University of Delhi, she has talked about the ancient knowledge, indigenous resources. As we all know that we are very much enriched with our ancient culture as well as the heritage and also the resources. It's more than 10,000 years ago, and none of the world's country you can see that we can get this kind of knowledge, because if we compare the Indian knowledge system with the other Western knowledge system, as Honorable Dr. Joshi has also told, that there is no comparison actually. And also, Madam had talked about Adi Shankaracharya ji, legendary Guru Nanak Dev Sahab, that how the moksha can be achieved only by getting enriched with the knowledge system, and moreover the Indian knowledge system. The human being can move to the end where they can achieve the moksha. She has also talked about the Indian knowledge system management, which is very much important. And as you know, that AICT has initiated and started innovative cell also for Indian knowledge system, where all the research work and the resources and the knowledge bank has been developed, and all the faculty members, especially the young ones, are invited to just come forward with their research work, maybe in the history, maybe in the science, maybe in the alag streams of our academia, that they can have the collaboration and give some best to our society and to the country. And the main prime objective, what we are seeing, that it is nothing but the interdisciplinary research on all aspects of Indian knowledge system. It also preserves and disseminates for further research and societal applications. And our honorable second speaker and the chief guest of the function, Professor P.C. Joshi Sahab, has very rightly narrated about the knowledge system within nothing but the Indian roots, which is becoming more and important in the 21st century era. And this is the need of the hour, where we have to collect our own knowledge system in the form of academic bank credits also. And it is nothing but it is the integral part. He has also said very important thing, that the Indian knowledge system cannot be actually compared with the Western knowledge system. Because Indian knowledge system is a very much special, because it has a legacy of 10,000 years, and it is a continuous legacy. He also said that Indian knowledge system delivers love and affection towards the human being and other beings created by God. He has also praised our Honorable first Vice Chancellor, the founder Vice Chancellor, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Sahab, and he has said that adjacent to his office, Hari Singh Gaur Upavan has been established, and already Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam has actually, we are very much thankful to him that he has initiated this work, because for us, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur is God and a great barrister of the country. And moreover, he said that the Indian knowledge system is a treasure house and treasure house of knowledge. I think all the students and the budding scientists to know about the Indian knowledge system. And when we talk about, if we compare also, we see the lots of manuscripts are still pending, which are still to be printed and have the research work to be done. And more exploration is required so that we can know about the Indian knowledge system. And he has also compared that Indian knowledge system is nothing but it's the God who has envisaged us. No writer is there, no publisher is there, but it's God who has asked us and envisaged us in this particular thing. And he also said that it cannot be stored in an almirah, Indian knowledge system, but it has oceanic depth and has multiple layers also. So I'm very thankful to him also. Professor J.D. Ahimem, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, she has actually elaborated very rightly that Indian knowledge system relates to our culture and the legacy. And it is the time, it is the important time to decolonize Indian minds also by using Indian knowledge system. She has also told us that the vital discourse is the society is that it is the development and the prosperity. And when it comes to NEP, the roles of the learned faculty members are very much important, and it will lead to a creative citizen and a well-rounded society, what we are deeming about. And when Professor A.K. Tyagi, I think he has given the message, Professor Niranjan sir has told us. He has also very rightly said that this course of 7 days will prove to be a great asset for the coming, what we can say, the participants, and the participants are requested to kindly disseminate the entire story, the entire summary, so that it can be passed to the other teachers and the other faculty members, so that the students can be enriched from this particular thing. So at the end, I welcome all the dignitaries and the participants, especially because they are the key. Actually, they will play the pivot role in disseminating the knowledge. And I am very much thankful to the Apex statutory officials for giving us permission to conduct this particular FDP, which is of great importance. And especially thanks to Dr. Lokesh ji and Dr. Hemlata ji, Dr. Sanjay ji, and Dr. Niranjan Sahai ji. My best wishes are with you. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And thank you for taking your valuable time and sharing your views about NEP with our audience. And sir, we are really grateful that you have shared about Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, also Vishwavidyalaya, the importance of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur and how your university is actually excelling in these areas, in different areas. Thank you so much, sir. May I please invite Dr. Lokesh Kumar Gupta, IQAC Coordinator, Mata Sundari College, to present vote of thanks. His efforts have been incredible and noteworthy, and sir has actually made a lot of efforts in different programs, and he has been a coordinator for different variety of sessions and programs which are being conducted in Mata Sundari College. Sir, we welcome you and kindly present your vote of thanks to our eminent guests and participants and faculty members. Sir, over to you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पूजा। मेरा काम बहुत आसान कर दिया संतोष जी ने। सेशन कम्प्लीटली संतोष जी ने समाप्त कर दिया। बस मेरी औपचारिकताएं हैं। मैंने रिक्वेस्ट तो साई जी से की थी, निरंजन सर से, कि आपको वोट ऑफ थैंक्स करना है, लेकिन मैं, सर मेरे बड़े भाई हैं, बिल्कुल JNU के सीनियर हैं, और हमने प्रे से शुरुआत की थी कार्यक्रम, शुभ कर्मन्ते कबहू न डरो। हम अच्छे काम करने से कभी नहीं डरते, पीछे नहीं हटते, चाहे मुश्किलें कितनी भी है। माता सुंदरी कॉलेज पिछले लगभग 3 वर्ष से इसी तरह से लगभग 2-3 दर्जन कार्यक्रम कर चुका है। कुछ FDP, कुछ शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्सेज, कुछ इंटरनेशनल नेशनल सेमिनार्स। भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा संस्कृतियों की टकराहट में, मैं बहुत थोड़ा सा बोलूंगा, 1-2 सेंटेंस बोलकर पीछे हटूंगा। संस्कृतियों की टकराहट में कहीं उदासी खड़ी हुई है, हमें उस उदासी को तोड़ना है इस कार्यक्रम से। और हमारे यहाँ तो आप बिल्कुल ग्राउंड लेवल पर काम करने वाले भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा के लोग हैं, पानी तक खोजने वाले लोग हैं। आप राजस्थान में जाइए, पानी खोजने वाले लोग भी मिल जाएंगे, वो भी एक ज्ञान परंपरा के प्रतीक के रूप में ही हमारे पास में। बहुत सही कहा था प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी ने कि एक महान समुद्र की तरह से, महासमुद्र की तरह से भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा पर बात कर। हमने एक छोटा सा कार्यक्रम 7 दिन का डिजाइन किया है। हम कितना कवर कर पाएंगे इन चीजों को हमें नहीं मालूम, लेकिन कोशिश की है कि इस कार्यक्रम में हम सब मिलकर जितने टॉपिक्स कवर हो पाए, लोक की बात हो, शास्त्र की बात हो, परंपराओं की बात हो, ज्ञान, विज्ञान, गणित और भी जो विषय हमारे हैं। मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी का, ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर मैडम JD आई, प्रोफेसर AK त्यागी जी, वाइस चांसलर काशी विद्यापीठ, प्रोफेसर निरंजन साहे जी, चीफ प्रोक्टर काशी विद्यापीठ, आदरणीय संतोष सैगोड़ा जी, रजिस्ट्रार डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय, प्रोफेसर हरप्रीत कौर प्रिंसिपल माता सुंदरी कॉलेज, डॉक्टर हेमलता कृष्णानी एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फिलोसफी माता सुंदरी कॉलेज, डॉक्टर पूजा वदावन एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर माता सुंदरी कॉलेज डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइकोलॉजी, डॉक्टर संजय शर्मा कन्वीनर TLC सागर विश्वविद्यालय, डॉक्टर हरि सिंह गौर सागर विश्वविद्यालय, और सभी सहभागी जो इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए हैं, उन सबका तहे दिल से अभिनंदन करता हूं और आने वाले 7 दिनों को इंटरेक्टिव बनाने की कामना करता हूं। ये आने वाले 7 दिन आपकी जिंदगी के अच्छे 7 दिन हो और हम कुछ आपसे सीखें, कुछ आप हमसे सीख कर जाएं, इस कार्यक्रम से सीख कर जाएं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबका। कार्यक्रम के इंस्ट्रक्शंस हम बार बार दे चुके हैं, कार्यक्रम के रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन हम कुछ देर के बाद ग्रुप में शेयर कर देंगे। आप प्रोटोकॉल्स जो हम लोगों ने बताए उन प्रोटोकॉल्स को जरूर फॉलो कीजिए। और मैं गुजारिश करूंगा एक बार आदरणीय निरंजन सर से कि वो कुछ शब्द रखें। डॉक्टर निरंजन सर, प्रोफेसर निरंजन सर।
बहुत धन्यवाद लोकेश जी। आज हम सभी जानते हैं कि आज का दिन जो होता है वह हम सभी के लिए, खास करके हिंदी पढ़ने पढ़ाने वालों के लिए ऐसा दिन होता है जिस दिन हमारी बहुत सारी व्यस्तताएं होती हैं, लेकिन उन व्यस्तताओं से बढ़कर यह कार्यक्रम है। और बहुत ही खूबसूरत ढंग से आपने अपनी बातें कही और बताया कि किस तरह से संस्कृतियों की टकराहट में हम एक उदास से मंजर में जीने के लिए अभिशप्त हो रहे हैं, और यह जो कार्यक्रम है उस उदासी को या उस चुप्पी को तोड़ने का कार्यक्रम बन सके। धन्यवाद के बाद तो कोई ऐसा अवसर होता नहीं है कि अपनी बात कही जाए, लेकिन हमें पूरा विश्वास है, जब हम लोग इस कार्यक्रम की एक संरचना तैयार कर रहे थे तो हम तीनों जगह के जो आयोजक मंडल थे, हम इस बात का खास ध्यान रख रहे थे कि भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा के जो 3 तत्व हो सकते हैं, एक शास्त्रीय तत्व हो सकता है, दूसरा लोक तत्व हो सकता है, और तीसरा जो असहमत सुरों का भी एक तत्व है, उन सभी आवाजों को एक साथ एक मंच पर समाहित करके प्रशिक्षण शिविर में इन सभी मुद्दों पर बातचीत हो, ताकि उन मुद्दों पर बातचीत करते हुए हम भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा की जो बहुरंगी छवि है, उसकी ऊर्जा को, उसकी शक्ति को, उसकी ताकत को अपनी रोजमर्रा की जो जिंदगी होती है, जो अध्यापन यात्रा होती है, उसमें समाहित करें। हम मिलकर एक सामूहिक कर्म की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। यहाँ पर जो ज्ञान की तलाश है या ज्ञान की जो एक समझ है, उसको हासिल करने के लिए यह सामूहिक जो प्रयास है एक उत्सव में तब्दील हो, ऐसी हमारी कामना है। और यहाँ पर मैडम हरप्रीत कौर जी ने, प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी सर ने, प्रोफेसर जनक दुलारी आही मैडम ने, डॉक्टर संतोष सोहेगौरा जी ने, डॉक्टर लोकेश जी ने, और हमारे प्रिय साथी डॉक्टर संजय जी ने, और तमाम लोग जिनका नाम मैं नहीं ले पा रहा हूँ, उन्होंने यह अवसर मुहैया कराया है। और कितनी सुंदर बात है कि हम लोग, जो कि तमाम व्यस्तताओं के बीच कभी कभी ऐसा हो जाता है कि जो समय हमें देना चाहिए, जो ऊर्जा हमारी तरफ से प्रकट होनी चाहिए, उसमें हम थोड़े से चूक जाते हैं। तो हमारी इस अक्षमता को भी, इस चूक को भी नजरअंदाज कर देने वाले ऐसे संवेदनशील सहृदय लोगों को मेरा प्रणाम है, जो कि हमारी कमियों के बावजूद अपने साथ ले चलने का एक संदेश देते रहते हैं। और सचमुच यकीन मानिए, इससे हमारी जो यह बेबसी और उदासी है, जो कि हमें मनचाहे काम करने की कई बार अनुमति नहीं देती है, उसके बीच भी हम जीवन राह की तलाश करने में संपन्न होते हैं। आप सभी संवेदनशील हैं और यह ज्ञान यात्रा बेहतर ढंग से संपन्न हो, ऐसी हमारी कामना है। आप सभी को बहुत बहुत प्रणाम। और इस बात का संदेश आपको, इस बात की गुजारिश आपसे कि जब हम चूक जाएं या जब हमारे हाथ थकते हुए नजर आए, तो आप हमारे हाथ को भी पकड़ लें और हम साथ प्रयास करके सामूहिक रूप से चीजों को हासिल करने में कामयाब हो। बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद। जी लोकेश जी।
आप सबसे गुजारिश है वीडियो ऑन कर लें एक बार के लिए। सभी से एक ग्रुप फोटोग्राफ हमारा हो जाएगा। सभी जितने भी डॉक्टर रुदल कुमार सिंह, दिल्ली अपने दो बड़े भाइयों के साथ मिलकर कार्यक्रम कर रही है, उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश। ये हमारे लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है कि हम दो बड़े स्टेट्स के साथ मिलकर कार्यक्रम कर रहे हैं, और दो शक्तियां हैं, उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश। हम सब आपके साथ मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं। पूजा फोटो ले। संजय जी, आगे के कार्यक्रम का अनाउंसमेंट।
किरण, एक तुम भी खींच दो। Thank you so much. And we come to the end of this session. But a next session will take place at 3:30. 3:30 बजे हमारा अगला session start होगा. And this session will be done by Professor Ambika Dutt Sharma. She is the member of ICPR, and the lecture will be on Indian culture. So this lecture is for 2 hours, 3:30 till 5:30. तो हम सब आपको मिलेंगे 3:30 बजे, 3:30 से 5:30 तक। प्रतिदिन का शेड्यूल 8, 8:30 बजे से 10:30 बजे तक, 3:30 बजे से 5:30 बजे तक, ये प्रतिदिन का शेड्यूल है। अगर कोई शेड्यूल चेंज नहीं होता है तो, अगर कोई चेंज होगा तो हम आपको पहले ही इन्फॉर्म करेंगे। अदरवाइज हमारे ये प्रतिदिन शेड्यूल रहेगा। कार्यक्रम यूट्यूब पर लाइव रहेगा। आप जूम पर जुड़ने की कोशिश कीजिएगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू। संगीता जी, लाइव बंद कर दीजिए। अजय, संजय जी।